Hey folks, yeah, just thought I'd do another little review before I take off again. XTM brand, as I think most of you know in Australia, it's BCF. So this is a 45 litre fridge or freezer, and yeah, she's pretty good. This does keep the heat off, but it's not the best. There are better out there. So yeah, came with it. I'm not complaining. Keeps it sort of insulated. Design's good, pretty sturdy. You can sit on it, don't squish it pretty much. I've sat on it a few times because I haven't had a chair. So yeah, as you can tell, it's all pretty good. The only problem I have with it, and I think it's because the leads I have, I've just got it set to -18. I like to keep things frozen, and then I just chuck things in me. I put ice blocks in here, as in those sponges you chuck in your lunchbox. And I just chuck it in a thing with me every day. Swap them over and put them in with me milk. So yeah, well, I was saying something anyway. So yeah, no, it's all good, sturdy, does well. Oh, the plug. The only thing I find is I try and run an extension plug on this thing, and it just doesn't seem to connect properly. So it just keeps saying error. But then when I run just the lead to a direct alligator clips, whatever, onto the battery, I've got the battery set up, works fine. Runs a treat. Doesn't chew too much battery wise. I've got a 160 watt XTM again, solar panel. I'll go through that later. Great little thing. I've just got a normal car battery. I haven't got a deep cell battery, nothing. I don't run this at night time because the reason being, I keep it at -18 and then I turn it off once the sun's down, no more charge, turn off the fridge, everything, and next morning, being that it's not that hot where I'm going in the outback at the moment, she gets to, yeah, about -10, maybe -11, but I left it off for a whole day coming back in the heat, because we come back up the territory, whatever, and yeah, she got down to -7. Didn't open it all day just to test it, and yeah, she started at -7. I got home and yeah, opened it up and everything was still frozen good. So frankly, it holds temperature good without a battery for a couple of days, and that was coming from cold during the day up to 40 degrees in the heat, and then the humidity. So yeah, sorry about my finger there. So yeah, no, good, very good. You can set it to whatever you want. The computer, that works great, pretty easy to operate. I haven't got nothing in here at the moment because I've just washed it, turned it back on, ready to get going again. I'm going away this time. I'm working for a fencing contractor, so I'll take my own food and that with me, and I'll get them to reimburse me because I can get it cheaper unless he says he's getting it off the station, but sometimes they're not even near the homestead. So yeah, so there you go. So that's that. That's the outside, pretty good. Your dials and all that stuff. Not much I can say about that. It's pretty sturdy, good handles. I like the handles. I reckon they're alright. I don't really lift them or anything. I don't tie it in the car either, so I can't tell you if they're any good for tie down points. I've got it in the front seat on a slant and doesn't move. You want to hit the brakes, want to see a rule or whatever. Or a cow like I did the other night. 5 cows came out of nowhere. The lights were pretty crappy, so I've changed them now to good ones. But yeah, black with white heads, funny little cows. But anyway, alright, we'll open it up. There you go, nice good clip. The clip's good. It's you can take the lid off, which is a pain in the ass when I'm driving, it always pops off. So I'll give you that, it's pretty average. But it has a divider, which is over there, but I don't use it. I don't know, I don't see the point. But this all gets cold, and in here I have my butter and my garlic and all that stuff, and my milk, and it stays cold. Does not go frozen or anything unless you don't open it and you leave it running for 2 days like I did, test it out, and yeah, she started to freeze there. So if you turn it off like I do, you're fantastic. Everything stays frozen, it's great. I can, in here, 45 litre for myself and my dog. I've got a beautiful light, works a treat. Shut it again because I want to get it cold. I can zip it right up. There's my beautiful stickers, nice. So yeah, between me and the dog, food wise in there, because the way I set it up for myself to eat, I make my steaks a little bit smaller and sausages and stuff. Last trip I'm changing the veggies this time. I'm not going to take veggies I've cut myself. I'm just going to get frozen veggies that are already frozen, chuck them in there. So I'll put probably 4 bags of frozen veggies in there, mixed veggies, and at the moment I've got 21 days of meat for me, and I've got a little bit of meat for the dog, which will be just as a treat because she has a kibble and she has tin food as well. So I can live off this fridge the max so far, and I think I'm going to have more room still, but I can, as a freezer, I can live off it 20 something days. So that's not too bad considering I'm a fat bastard and I eat a lot. So yeah, so for a family, if you're going away for a week, perfect. You can put your meals and that in there. For a single bloke or for a couple, you're going away for a week, even better. You know, you could chuck it whatever. You don't have to have it frozen. I do. I like it frozen because, as I said, I only run a car battery, and I've done that for the last 3 years, and I've still got the same battery out of my Navara. I've put back in the Navara, and it's still working, still cranking, and still got the cranks. So it just comes down to how you maintain your batteries, and I've done well, and that battery is over 3 years old. No, 2016, so sorry. That's 4 years old now, and it's still going. You wouldn't believe it. So I kept it an eye on it and kept it well maintained. So yeah. So all in all, power draw and that, it's not too bad. At a freezer, if you run at a fridge, you wouldn't draw as much. So yeah, for what I do with it, I'm in the tropics. I go in the outback and stuff. I must admit, it's great. I haven't had any issues. It doesn't play up, as I said, just that extension cord, but I think it's just because the thing doesn't touch. So on a scale of 5 stars, I'm gonna give it, well, I've had coolers in the past and they've worked for me. They've done their job. As I said, I've been in the tropics. It's hot. We take it camping, everything. I'm gonna have to give it a 5-star because I haven't had any issues. It's good. We're over at Proserpine, and it was pretty hot, but we had ice cream in that because the mother-in-law didn't have a good freezer, so it's in there, but the kids are in and out, so it sort of did struggle to get the ice cream frozen, but also we had it in the direct sunlight. So yeah, I'd like to give it a 5 for me and the missus, or myself, me and the dog, because I don't open it much. But on that other one, I don't know if I just didn't have it set right or whatever, but it's been in the sun again. I've had it open a few times on the last trip. As I said, I was opening as well, everything was frozen, so pretty good. But I think with that one, I turned the freezer on straight away, and I chucked everything in there, so I think it might have just struggled. So, and they kept opening, as I said, and they bloody had it in the freaking sunlight. They moved it in the sunlight, direct sunlight, and I think one of the kids might not have shuttered the door, the top properly, because a couple of times they had to shut it. So yeah, so now I'm all in all happy. So yeah, I'll give it a 5-star. I'll give it a 5-star, 45 litre. I got it real cheap. At the moment, they're not cheap. The one's a bit lower than these ones, as in not as much room. They're actually around about the same price I paid. I won't say because inflation and whatnot whenever you see this video. So yeah, there's a BCF buy, which is XTM is their brand. I seem to be buying a few bit of XTMs and I'm having no issues, so I'd say go ahead and buy one if you're on your own. I had it in the truck with me, and I tell you now, it's great. When I was running before COVID, I had my meals in there. I brought cold meals. I've got a oven as well and stuff I was running, but anyway, that's another review for another time. But yeah, no, it's at -4 already. It's cooling down pretty quick, and my stuff's in the freezer outside, so I'll be chucking it straight from frozen into the freezer, so it's not gonna fluctuate the temperatures or anything. So yeah, but yeah, I was running in the truck, and no problems. I had no issues whatsoever. So that's my review on this. It's a very long review because I rant on a little bit. Sorry about that, but yeah, go get yourself one, and they're great. Chuck it in, get it on a battery, put a solar panel on the roof, at least 120 watt, I'd say. Down south, I'd go a bit bigger if you could, because you're not going to get as much sun, because face it, Victoria, Tasmania, and all that, along the east coast. Partly, sometimes you get a lot of bad weather and you get fickle sun. So, yeah. But running on the car, yeah, it's good. I've got a small battery in the car I got, so I just run that and I run a fan, and it doesn't seem to run the battery dead. The alternator's working well, so. Anyway, get yourself one. I reckon they're worth it. 5 stars. That's my review, and that's it. Thank you, and cheers.